The boys were all handcuffed with huge shackles covering their entire hands. Annie had the same type of collar Kimiko wore. Butcher's face was one of pure rage, ready to snap. When the vehicle stopped, he moved. Butcher rammed against the exit, and once out, he was immediately taken down by 4 guards. Butcher attempted to hit the guards with the heavy handcuffs, but kept getting beaten.
"You were right, Batman. This one's a fighter,"
pointed one of the guards. Butcher looked up and noticed Batman on the top of the vehicle he was brought in with.
"Bruce Wayne! Batman is Bruce Wayne!"
"You think I'm Batman?"
he hears a familiar voice saying. In this moment of distraction, the guards locked Butcher's neck with a baton and held him down. Butcher saw the man who said that. Bruce Wayne himself next to an older black man wearing glasses.
"Please, Mr. Wayne, it's better for you to not get involved."
The guards pulled the other boys out of the vehicle as the rest looked confused.
What is this guy even doing here?
Lucius Fox put himself in front of Bruce Wayne and answered.
Mr. Wayne is here in the name of the company donating a new security system to the asylum. Now he's leaving.
"Hold on,"
Wayne said when Batman jumped off the vehicle.
"I gotta take a selfie with Batman. My kid won't believe this."
Wayne pulled out his phone and Batman immediately took it from him and aggressively placed it back in his pocket.
"Go home, Wayne,"
Batman ordered. Wayne stepped back and left with Fox, leaving the boys surprised. Unbeknown to them, once out of their sight, Bruce Wayne turned back into the Martian Manhunter and flew away. Butcher tried to fight again, but he ended up being knocked out with a baton. The last words he heard somebody say was,
"Welcome to Arkham, asshole."
Glad to see you've decided to accept my proposal, Secretary.
Stan Edgar greeted Robert Singer. The U.S. Secretary of Defense looked uneased at the moment.
"In light of recent events, you can understand why I feel nervous being here."
I do, and it is unfortunate. However, I believe what I will show you will be worth the visit.
Edgar replied, showing him a vial of V24.
Compound V?
V24, a variant of Compound V that only lasts for 24 hours.
Secretary Singer looked intrigued at the notion.
"Is that what you're going to introduce to the Congress today?"
For now, let's keep this between us, but I'm confident we're going to make a breakthrough in the use of Compound V that will undoubtedly facilitate our efforts.
But for now, it is better that the Justice League doesn't know. Am I right?
Caution, Secretary. Caution. You should be more excited about what this means for American defense.
So what? Just in case one of your own flips their lid, we have a soldier or two to keep them in their place.
No, actually. I don't believe our products are suited for work in the field. I believe that the real heroes deserve this.
I'm surprised you're saying that. Homelander and Stormfront have been itching to lead the charge since last year. I can't imagine they'll be happy to hear this.
Let them. Those two have found a different political battle to involve themselves in.
Earth One and the Justice League.
Exactly.
I can't imagine the League will be happy about this.
I doubt they'll care too much. In fact, I know this won't end well for them.
The League's been making your heroes look like jokes. Not to mention their super terrorists have everyone on edge. That Joker maniac, from what I heard, only managed to contaminate just 1 bottle of painkillers.
I'm well aware of that. It's time for Vought to move on from the likes of Homelander. This should be a respectable company.
"Billy Butcher, wake up!"
Butcher opened his eyes and looked up. In front of him was a guard with a hook for a hand. He looked around and saw the others lined up against the wall.
"What do they call you, Captain Hook?"
Butcher snarked. The guard didn't seem to be bothered by his jab.
"Yeah, haven't heard that one before. You'll fit in real fine. My name is Aaron Cash, head of security of Arkham Asylum. As of today, you 6 will be residents of Arkham Asylum."
Butcher rolled his eyes.
"However, unlike most, this won't be a permanent residence for you."
This got the attention of the boys.
You mean we're going home?
"No. You'll be transferred to different psychiatric wards in different states on our Earth. You'll be transferred on different days, and we have no plans on letting you know."
You can't do that. Who's responsible for that bullshit?
The same man who brought your sorry asses over here. He told us that it was for your own good.
Next time that pointy-eared fascist piece of shit brings another one of your residents here, tell him I said to go fuck himself.
Will do. Hell, you keep this up milk, you can tell him yourself. Now get changed.
Cash replied, pointing to the mental patient attires in the laundry bin. Ashley entered Homelander's room and realized he and Stormfront were live in front of a camera and speaking to Cameron Coleman.
There's been a lot of debate over your brave, I must say, stand against the Justice League and the problems that succeeded their arrival on our Earth, or as we say, the real Earth.
This is what we've been trying to say for a long time. We don't care if Vought is collaborating with them because we're supposed to be your heroes and be here for the interests of our people.
Very courageous.
I just want to ask a question to everybody watching. In the context of a multiverse with many universes, does anything that you do matter? I'm going to answer that for you. Yes, absolutely. As long as you take a stance. That's why I urge you to be on the side of your people.
Very powerful words from Stormfront. Homelander, were you shocked by how much of the population turned their backs to their heroes to worship these foreigners?
I was shocked it didn't happen sooner. The truth is that we've had a wave of anti-American feeling over this country for a long time. But I'll tell you this, the nice feeling they give you won't last. And if you don't want our world to be obsolete, you need to fight. You need Compound V.
So many comparisons between the powers we have here to theirs. If Compound V is as weak as they say, why not give it to the military? Or better yet, give it to everybody so when a freak from Earth 1 pops up, they at least have a shot at defending themselves.
Homelander and Stormfront on current problems, folks. This is Cameron Coleman, signing off.
The camera was turned off and Ashley approached the couple.
This interview wasn't scheduled.
Just a little bit of improvisation, so Edgar or the JLA doesn't mess with our plans.
These new guys are doing great. They're working for free. Not even fucking Airbnb cards.
Stormfront referred to new memes, including a picture of the first Teen Titans in their earlier days, compared to a picture of African child soldiers and a gif of Wonder Woman murdering Maxwell Lord with the caption, "Hypocrites."
What do you want?
Homelander asked Ashley.
You're up by 7 points.
The couple beamed upon hearing this.
See, I told you this was going to work.
Homelander kissed her.
What about the League?
We've gotten no response from them so far. They're obviously not happy about this.
Stormfront said, smirking. Homelander then noticed Ashley's change in expression.
Ashley?
It's nothing.
Ashley replied swiftly. Homelander glared in response to this.
Batman managed to capture Butcher, Starlight, and the rest of his gang.
What?
Homelander asked, taking her iPad. On the screen was a Gotham Gazette page titled, Batman apprehends former 7-member Starlight and anti-superhero vigilante William Butcher.
Hey, come on, get over that. Who cares about those guys anymore?
Those guys have been an itch in my ass for the past year, yet somehow Batman managed to get them.
So?
This is their way to get back at us. The team handicap managed to get them before I did.
Stormfront appeared to realize something else.
Starlight, that little whore, she knows a lot. What if she works out some kind of plea bargain?
Homelander seemed to realize this as well.
We need to ramp things up.
What about Ryan? He's been asking to see some of the Justice League's kids.
He's not going to see them ever again. All he needs is me.
The boys were walked down the corridors of Arkham. Not long ago, they had changed into the standard patient attires. The cells were blocked with plexiglass. They stopped in front of a cell that looked to be full of crossword puzzles, green question marks, and riddles.
Sergey, this is your stop,
the guard told Frenchie. Frenchie walked into the room and saw his cellmate on the top bunk. He had black hair and looked to be rather thin. He was presently working on a puzzle, paying no mind to his new cellmate. Frenchie deduced that this cell was Edward Nigma's, aka the Riddler.
Bonjour,
Frenchie greeted. Riddler turned to Frenchie. His expression could be described as one of dismissive disinterest.
Riddle me this. 12 is 6, 6 is 3, 3 is 5, 5 is 4, 4 is 4. Why is 4 the magic number?
Pardon?
I only ask questions. Find someone else to give you the answer.
As this happened, the boys were walked further down the hall. The cell they were facing was decorated with hats. The inmate sat in front of a table. He had red hair and an overbite.
Milk.
Nervously looked at the others. They all had looks of unease. Butcher only had one word on his mind.
Nonce.
We're waiting, Milk.
Yeah, I know.
Greetings and salutations, good sir. Would you like a spot of tea?
His cellmate greeted. MM looked over to the cup he was holding and found that it was empty. MM rolled his eyes.
I don't think so.
Well, if you don't think, how can you speak?
The inmate asked. The group walked away as Butcher was brought to his cell. Inside was an elderly man with glasses.
Butcher.
Butcher walked into the cell and went over to the bed when he felt something made of wood under the blanket. He pulled the covers off the bed and saw that it was a ventriloquist dummy that resembled a mob boss from the 1930s.
You can't sleep there, Mr. Scarface sleeps there?
Butcher's cellmate told him. Butcher responded by grabbing the dummy and chucking it at the other end of the room before getting to the top bunk. As this happened, Hughie was separated from Kimiko and Annie.
Hey, what's going on? Where are you taking them?
Shut your mouth and get inside,
the guard said and kicked Hughie inside a cell. There was a blond man wearing the typical Arkham jumpsuit, but he had a golden mask over his face. Hughie heard the guards laughing at him.
You drew the short stick on the cellmates. Enjoy it.
A guard taunted. They locked the cell, and Hughie was left with his cellmate who was drawing on a desk next to the bunk beds.
Don't worry. I may be annoying, but not dangerous. You may call me Psycho Pirate. You're from Earth 7, I'm from Earth 2.
Really?
Yes, but my Earth was destroyed during the crisis, and I became part of the history of Earth 1. Now there is a new Earth 2 after Earth 2. Superman and Superboy Prime teamed up with Alexander Luthor.
Psycho Pirate carried on with the long explanation about the multiverse, revised history, and Hughie quickly understood what the guards meant by drawing the short stick.
Superman changed his mind before dying, and the other two tried to take over the world. But Alexander got killed by Joker, and Prime got imprisoned by the Green Lantern Corps. But later on the new got Darkseid.
Victoria walked past Stan Edgar in the Congress. They had less than a minute to talk without being noticed. She could see a few capes walking around the building, specifically from Earth 1.
Why are they here?
They're not going to do anything. They claim to have a genuine interest in our politics and are here to observe, follow as planned.
Despite what Edgar said, Victoria saw that the Batman was also in the building. She couldn't waste this opportunity. She smiled and put her eyes right on his head. Pop. Batman's head exploded and decorated the walls with blood. Vic knew exactly where all the cameras were. She avoided every single one of them as she calmly walked towards Batman, whose body was precisely in the viewpoint of a camera. She looked at him apathetically and then breathed deeply and started screaming. She frantically walked into the camera's viewpoint and played a terrified witness of a horrible event.
No, not again. Help, someone help.
No one can help you now.
Batman's voice echoed. She didn't know from where.
You lost. It's over.
Batman's headless body got up, blood dripping from its neck as the body moved towards her. Victoria walked back. She ran.
You can't escape so easily.
Batman's voice echoed in her head. Victoria walked back. She ran. She hit her body against wood as she found all the ways out of the hallway had been closed with wooden boards nailed to the walls. Nowhere to run as the headless Dark Horseman was still following her. Arkham's cafeteria was a disturbing place, looking more like a prison than a mental hospital. Despite what it said on paper, it really was a prison. Hughie left the line with his tray of food and timidly walked by the tables filled with the criminally insane until he finally found where the boys were sitting. He joined them and noticed the absence of Annie and Kimiko.
Hey guys, where are the girls?
I haven't seen them. Matter of fact, I haven't seen any soup here. I think they keep them separated.
A familiar pale figure limped to their table and joined the boys.
The metahumans are kept in their own block underground,
the great white shark said. They knew who the sharp-toothed deformed man was. They had met him when Penguin, Two-Face, Black Mask, and Bane kidnapped them. He was a crime boss, and there he was eating with them like nothing had happened.
How the bloody hell are you here?
Same way as him, apparently,
Shark said, pointing at Frenchie. His arm had the same dog bite wounds.
That sure looks yummy.
Shark teased the boys eating Arkham's slop and proceeded to cut his steak and drink his wine. The boys were all silent, confused with his casualty. He addressed Hughie.
Listen, new fish. I can sneak you in for a conjugal with your girl in the meta-human block for a price. You can have your people on the outside transfer. You have internet from your Earth here. Check under the table.
They all looked and saw he was holding a cell phone. The screen was lit up, all bars and connected to the Arkham staff Wi-Fi.
Warren White.
Frenchie said, angry and offended.
I know who you were. White-collar criminals scammed your way out of real prison and got sent here. But if they know you scammed your way, why did they send you back here?
Why the fuck did they send us here? We're not crazy.
Ha ha ha!
Shark laughed at their naivety.
Blackgate has too much bureaucracy. Batman uses this place to keep people all the time.
That's fucked up.
Yeah, it's fucked up. But hey, the game is rigged, and I'm the best player. Tell me what you need, and I'll tell you how much.
All right, call me your new #1 client. How much to take us out of here?
Out of here? How much to send me back to my own universe?
Take it easy, fellas. Organized escapes are more of a monthly thing. You, the staff, the cars. It's all about timing. I can't send you back to your home. Multiverse stuff is out of my league.
You're a businessman. Say your number.
To take multiple prisoners and drop them somewhere in Gotham nobody would search. 100,000 each. 200,000 for each matter.
How much for the phone?
Unbeknownst to Victoria, Mr. Terrific was standing on the other side of the wall outside the Congress watching everything on a small computer screen. The windows were all covered with mats taped to the walls, which caused the darkness. The Flash leaned against the wall of the Congress.
I left money out of my own pocket in the store. I got the mats and the tape. You'll have to reimburse me for that. Do you think closing the walls with boards was too much? I don't. It was a bit cartoony.
Screams from Victoria echoed through the windows. Senator Robert Singer walked in on Mr. Terrific and the Flash, confused about what they did to the windows.
What the fuck are you doing?
Pay no attention to those men behind the curtain.
We just caught the head popper,
Mr. Terrific said and gave Singer the computer. The footage showed Victoria displaying her powers.
Our security cameras don't catch these angles. You put your own surveillance equipment on a government building?
Yes.
Mr. Terrific answered and touched his earpiece.
John enough.
An unconscious Victoria Neuman phased through the wall, being carried by Martian Manhunter, who gently put Neuman on the ground. Mr. Terrific handcuffed and blindfolded her.
For the love of God, I thought she was on our side.
Every act of hers indirectly benefited Vought. Indirectly was the keyword to fly above suspicion.
The fake Batman and closing down the building, what was that all about? You didn't have to do it to catch her.
Batman scripted it. He has his artistic side. I mean, look at what he wears.
Flash said, and had Singer staring at his own red suit.
What?
Elsewhere in Gotham City, the Joker threw a vase at Harley Quinn upon seeing the news.
Of all the people to immediately go after in this cesspool, he goes after some out-of-towner hooligans.
Calm down, Puddin'. I'm sure that B-Man only went after them by coinkydink.
I've told you this a long time ago. Nothing is ever a coinkydink with him, ever!
Just then, a cloud of purple mist appeared in their hideout. In the cloud stood Cersei.
Well, look who it is. If it isn't another former member of the Injustice Gang. Sorry to tell you this, dear, but I already told Lexi I don't need any help with messing up Earth 7.
Joker, I see you're doing well. I'm not here under Luthor's. Rather, I think there's something you can help me with.
Really? All right, I'll bite. What is it?
Joker asked, his curiosity piqued. He leaped out of his chair.
Queen Maeve, she has something on Homelander, something that will make him putty in your hands.
Oh, yes. Wonder Fraud. You know I considered going after their Batman, but he's boring. Can't say the same for Stupid Man's, though. What is it that Blunder Woman has?
A videotape of a plane accident that was caused by Homelander. Maeve planned to use it as blackmail with her girlfriend Elena, but she left. Wouldn't it be a pity if someone took Elena?
The address.
Joker demanded with an evil grin. A piece of paper with Elena's address materialized in Joker's hands.
Thanks, Cersei. You're a real doll.
Actually, before you go off, I need to do one last thing with you.
What would that be?
Cersei whispered into the Joker's ear. Joker stepped back, looking appalled.
Oh no! It's too gruesome!
Joker said, sounding horrified.
But I'll do it,
he replied with a psychotic grin. An hour later, the boys and the great white shark were sitting in a hallway, specifically in a blind spot from the cameras, and Frenchie was speaking on the phone and had Cherie on FaceTime. She was walking in a hurry as she spoke, and they could see people in the background.
Fuck you, Serge.
Maybe if you sell.
I'm not selling shit. $800,000. You have cum in your brain?
You could...
She turned off the phone before he could speak.
You won't get your money back if you want to return the phone,
the great white shark said, got up, and left. He left the hallway and felt his phone vibrating, so he walked back to the blind spot. The voice was that of a woman's.
Pass the phone to William Butcher.
Who is that?
Let me talk to Butcher, and you may still make some extra cash, White.
The great white shark reluctantly handed the phone to Butcher.
Call for you!
Mr. Butcher, my name is Amanda Waller. I can take your team out of there.
Homelander let himself in Stan Edgar's office. He was on the phone and immediately turned it off as Homelander sat on the couch with a satisfied grin on his face.
Wow. Who would have thought? It's in every news outlet in the world. Neuman was the head popper. Who'd see that coming?
Is there a reason why you're here?
It's just that with this whole thing, I'd assume you would have stepped out as CEO already, but you didn't. Why's that? Matter of fact, I thought you would have stepped out a long time ago since you said you would. Crazy theory, hear me out. I think somewhere between you saying you were going to quit and now you found a new resource, ally, whatever, and that emboldened you enough to face the League. Did I get that right? Anyway, now that you just lost one of your main players, imagine how unfortunate it would be if I walked up to them and told them about your sudden change of plans. What conclusions do you think they would draw?
If I was, as you said, emboldened enough to face the Justice League, what threat could you impose on me?
Homelander's grin vanished.
Do you think they see any of us as separate? You, me, Butcher, and his men are all in the same boat. You're just accusing me of having a life vest while threatening to sink the ship. Carry on with your little political game. But when they come for you, don't come crying for my help like I'm your daddy.
Edgar walked out on Homelander, leaving him angry and frustrated, but even more motivated.